We've talked on the YouTube channel about Dead Island and this franchise moving forward, and I wanted to talk more in particular, guys, about Dead Island 2, the things that we know so far about it, and where is it at this point in time? Because, man, it's felt like we've seen little things, little snippets here and there, but nothing really, concrete as far as release date and things of that nature. So I want to talk about everything that we know so far about the title. We can talk about it, we can speculate, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So according to Dead Island 2's Wikipedia page, Dead Island 2 is obviously an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Dambuster Studios and published by Deep Silver for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. It is the sequel to the 2011 video game Dead Island, third major installment in the Dead Island series. Now, as far as what we can tell so far, guys, obviously developer, publisher, the platforms. Now, the release date is still to be decided. This is a game that has been, in and out of development for quite some time. We know the genre is action role-playing, and we know that the modes seem to be single-player and multiplayer, whether that's going to be like co-op multiplayer or if it's going to be like PvP, PvE, whatever it's going to be. It's hard to say, but we are getting single-player as well as multiplayer. Now, in an article from Game Informer, guys, written by Brian Shea of Game Informer, Dead Island 2 might not be dead after job listing surfaces. The oft-delayed, always mysterious Dead Island 2 might still be coming if a job listing at developer Dambuster Studios is any indication. The position is for an art director to work on a recreation of Los Angeles and create the sun-soaked backdrop to a full-scale zombie apocalypse set across the iconic Californian city for the next installment in the world-renowned Dead Island franchise. The listing also references creating a title for current and future platforms, potentially hinting at a cross-gen release for the game. So here's what I'm going to say about that. I think we are definitely getting Dead Island 2, guys. I don't think that there's any debate about that at this point. We're going to get Dead Island 2, but when it's going to come out, I mean, part of me is wondering, is this a game that's going through a significant development hell kind of process? Because it's just been, kind of taking a very long time to get this made. This is a game that should have already come out. I don't know really what seems to be the hang-up here, but it's been a long and bumpy road for Dead Island 2, the follow-up to Techland's co-op zombie-killing titles. After developing 2011's Dead Island and its 2013 follow-up, Dead Island Riptide and Polish Studio moved on from the franchise to start a new post-apocalyptic zombie series, Dying Light, which obviously, guys, we love Dying Light as well, but we definitely want Dead Island to come back. During Dead Island 2's reveal at E3 2014, it was announced that Spec Ops, the line developer Yager Development, was put in charge of the numbered sequel. However, Deep Silver and Yager had a falling out, and Deep Silver transitioned development to Team Sonic Racing and Crackdown 3 studio Sumo Digital in 2016. Then last year, it was announced that Dambuster Studios, which took over development on Homefront: The Revolution when Crytek suffered financial woes and its relationship with Deep Silver went downhill, would be taking over Dead Island 2 as well. An interesting twist, seeing as how Yager and Crytek shared Deep Silver's E3 2014 meeting area to show off Dead Island 2 and Homefront: The Revolution respectively. Now Dambuster Studio will have hopefully finished both of these titles. So it's been going through a number of hands, and that's why I'm very concerned about Dead Island 2, even though what we've seen so far, I'm excited about. But at the end of the day, it's felt like it's gone through so many different people's hands and so many different creative differences. That's where you go from this development hell cycle, and then the game comes out, it's not finished. There's a lot of story holes or plot holes, and that's something that could be a real problem for the single player story. And then multiplayer, hopefully, this is something that's really fleshed out. That might be why they're taking their time, guys. They don't want to rush this thing out. If we go over to an article, guys, that was written by Wesley Yinpool, who's the deputy editor over at Eurogamer, it lives. People are downloading and playing a 5-year-old build of Dead Island 2. The build, which reportedly emerged on the V-board of 4chan, is playable, although there are placeholder assets throughout. It is dated June of 2015. Now, Eurogamer has verified this build is the work of Spec Ops, the line maker Yager, which was tasked by publisher Deep Silver with making the zombie sequel before both parties split amid creative differences in 2015 in July. In March of 2016, Deep Silver announced UK studio Sumo Digital had taken on Dead Island 2. Then in August 2019, Deep Silver announced it had brought development in-house at Homefront the Revolution maker Dambuster Studios. Dead Island 2 has been in the works for quite some time then and has clearly suffered a rocky development as it's shifted between 3 studios. And that's what I'm saying, guys. I mean, it shifted between 3 different studios. We had the official announcement trailer back at E3 2014. Like, what is going on? What we've seen of Dead Island 2 showed it as a colorful and crazy, an 8-player multiplayer zombie riot in sunny LA. It was playable by press at events throughout the second half of 2014 at a time when the game was due out spring of 2015, but in April 2015 it was delayed to 2016, suggesting major problems were afoot. And I gotta say, guys, I mean, back in 2016 you're having problems. Guys, it's 2020 and there's no end in sight for this. Dead Island 2 is still without a release date, but Koch Media boss Clemens recently insisted it was still important for the company. Look, Dead Island is a very important brand for us and we've got to get it right. It's just a testimony of our dedication to get it right. While this build of Dead Island 2 is still very playable, it's unlikely to resemble the Dead Island 2 that will be officially released. And that's what I'm saying here, guys, is that the thing I'm concerned about is the build that people saw back in 2014, it very well may have changed in a drastic way. It's going through a number of different hands, creative differences are happening. It's just a lot of problems, right? And so even though I'm very excited for this title, and it very well may be worth the wait, and that's what I'm hoping for. Guys, I want this to be a great title. All of you out there know that I'm a huge horror fan. I love horror games, guys, and this is one of those titles I'm really excited to get my hands on and play. But the thing about it is that you got to call a spade a spade. There are problems happening behind the scenes. Now, maybe not anymore, but there was certainly a lot of problems building up here with this title, and it's really unfortunate. It's very an unfortunate thing that this title has gone through so many different hands because I think it's a great IP. I think there's a lot of possibility to it, and to think that so many people just don't like where the direction Deep Silver's going, that's concerning me as well. But we'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think about Dead Island 2? Are you guys excited for this title? Are you concerned like I am? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Dead Island 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.